Hey y'all, welcome back to Blackpreneur. This is part two with Oye because again, in part one he told me we were going to have two, three, four, five. Listen, just enjoy the conversation. But so much
Just
has
enjoy the
happened. Like
convo.
we took a maybe 20-minute break. I don't even know. But during our first recording, my phone was going off. We were trying to figure out our thumbnail situation. We were trying to make business deals. And when my phone was going off, there was actually a client that I have, a regular client, and they had hit me up. And I was telling, oh, yay, I'm glad we took a break because my phone was going off and I don't like to answer people invoice requests slowly. That's one thing I learned in business, that success loves speed. I heard
Yep.
ET talk about it. ET had a video or has a video where he talks about and ET is Eric Thomas for everybody that doesn't know, the preacher Eric Thomas. Well, he's now a preacher. But anywho,
Hip hop preacher.
yes. He said he got called from a football team to come in and be their motivation. And he said he learned to answer people quickly because if he would have delayed them, they'd have been on to the next speaker. They would have called somebody else, And he has this whole video about success, love, and speed, and that clicked for me years ago. And I have always taken it into my business forward. And anytime I'm working with somebody, I'll always get that compliment. That's probably like my top compliment is thank you for being so fast and so prompt. It's because success loves speed. And we want to start there because me and Oye was getting ready to go on a tangent off camera. And I was like, ah, let's hit record first.
let's, let's
Yes.
let's hold up on that. Hold up on the source. Let's press
Yes.
record. Now go.
Yes. Because let's talk about that as entrepreneurs and how success, how success rewards us when we are moving with a good momentum forward.
100%. Um. So, yeah. Like I guess almost everyone's heard that phrase now. Success loves speed, and it is true. I mean, I've heard it from multiple people, including Tony Robbins, including Neo, ET. Like even I say it from time to time. But the fact of it is that it's true, and it's not just. I think where people may get this wrong is thinking, "Oh, I need to move fast to be successful." Yes, but also so you can, as they say, fail forward. So in my come up, like I was saying in the last one, I was doing the whole cold calling thing and all that. If it took me too long to realize that yo, this ain't your this is not your lane, G, I would have probably continued trying to be consistent in that lane. But I had to realize that yo, it's better to fail forward, realize what I'm not good at, and then actually that helped me hone and iterate into what I was actually good at. Even so much so that during that period I had this business idea called Beauty Salon Central, which was meant to be like a catalog slash um it was basically a site that had all the listings of all the beauty salons in the city center. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'll do city center, and then I'll go to Altrincham, do there, and then I'll go to Windsor and do there. And I only need like, in my head, I was thinking if I only get like 10 of them and each of them give me like 150 pounds, I'm up. That's a grand 500 or grand 150. And I go to the next one and do that. And then soon I'll be making 10 grand. All I need is, bruh, I went to the first one. Ah, cool. Come back when when the owner's back. Cool. I'm gonna come back when the owner's back. Oh, you're back. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This sounds really cool. Send me some stuff in the email. Oh, cool. Got you. Through that process of me doing that, through multiple iterations of different people giving me that exact same answer, because people are polite. They would essentially be like, "Yo, you're wasting my time," but I'm gonna be very polite about everything. I'll listen to you, but I have no interest in what it is you're actually selling. And that allowed me to understand how demand works. But the speed to failure was key because failure is part of the process. I say to people, don't be scared of rejection, don't be scared of failure. Those things are key because it's what's the word? It's immediate feedback that helps you understand what may not be working and what is actually working, right? The only
Mhm.
nuance I'll say is don't necessarily believe that your thing is not going to work just because. So you need to, it's a balancing act. You can take feedback, but you also need to do your own research and be like, is there actually demand for this thing that I'm actually trying to do? Now, if there isn't, then you're like, cool, the feedback really does validate. But if you're taking feedback, you've not done your own demand research or market research, then you may be stuck thinking, oh, I just need to be more consistent. Nowadays it's easy to do research. You don't need like a research company or a professional researcher. If you've got a phone, you've got chat or Claude or Gemini, I'd say particularly for this one, I'd probably say Gemini is really good. um, any one of those, get ask any one of them to do some research for you. Then what I would do is pick whichever one is your favorite one, whether it's chat. Tell it exactly what it is you're trying to do. Tell it to give you a prompt because you don't know what the prompt should be. And you want that prompt to go to Perplexity so that Perplexity can do deep research for you. Cool. Gemini, or sorry, chat. I'm trying to do this. This is my business. I don't know if there's a demand for it or any market research, but I don't know what to tell Perplexity. So I want you to become an expert prompt researcher creator and give me the best prompt to give Perplexity. It would give that to you. You go to Perplexity. Perplexity goes and does all the research for you because it allows you to do a deep dive. It does a deep dive for you. You get it back. You give it back to chat. Chat says, "Yep, this is cool," or "No, this isn't good," or "Do you know what we need to change?" Boom. That's your market research done in 10 minutes.
See, and I
So
was just going to ask you, okay, what's your favorite AI? Because Oye, a couple years ago, Oye used to get on my behind about AI. Like, are you using AI? How you incorporating it? What AI
are
do you
you
use?
are you are you are you using it? Are you using it? Yo, no, 100% because the day it came out, I was
Mm-hmm.
in this group and one of the guys who was in the group, he'd been part of the people who OpenAI had presented to because he's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
top level. And he was like, "Yo, there's this thing," because he was coming to teach in our group, and he goes, "There's this thing called Chat GPT. It's coming out, and it's gonna be killer." This was November of 2022. I'll never forget it. I was like, "Oh, this sounds cool." I check it out. I said, "This is it. This is my Iron Man Batman moment where I now have my Jarvis." So I was like, "This is it now. Me and AI are gonna be homies." So
Locked
and
in
that's
for
what I was saying to
life.
Sine. Homies for life.
No,
Oh
for real.
man. And that
No, because he
for
used to
real,
get
for
on
real.
my behind about AI. And hey, I'm a proud user at this stage.
At this stage.
I deserve a little bit of credit. I'm
Well
still
done.
nervous about it, but
Why are you nervous? Or what are you nervous about?
the amount of information that it's able to save and store, it's alarming. And I ain't gonna lie, a couple times I had to get with it. Like, first of all, second of all,
Listen, chat. Listen,
and
chat.
another
Have a
thing.
seat.
Yes, because I've learned that, like, when I read something that said if you are using it a little bit too much, or it has been programmed to give you a little bit of a spicy response, for you to slow down and pull back from it. And I was like, why I be daggone? And I didn't know that.
Oh man. Okay, so I think that is kind of like how the parameters that you're using your AI in. So say for instance it was chat, right? Or Gemini or Claude, whichever one. You kind of want to prompt it to be a persona, right? So I have multiple personas. I have one which is like a mentor. I have one which is like lead strategist and stuff like that. I have another one which is like ICP, like different ones, right? And in there, two things which are really important. One, you want to give it guardrails so that it doesn't become a yes man, right?
Mhm.
So not, you don't want it to be super agreeable. In fact, you don't want it to be agreeable. You want it to be a mentor where it's saying to you, I'm gonna push back on this point or blah 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 blah. Or it asks you for more questions so it can
Mhm.
have a better understanding. So that's the next thing I also add as a guardrail. If you don't understand anything I'm telling you or I'm asking you, please make sure you ask me the questions so that I can illuminate better for you or give you more information so you can give me an informed response.
Yeah.
So those are key key features that not everybody knows to do. But if you listen to this, please make sure you add those guardrails as you're using your AIs.
No pad and pen class. No pad and pen. Oh yeah, is teaching. So oh yeah,
First of all, yeah.
what's your two favorite AIs to use?
Hmm.
I
You
know.
see, the thing with me is, I
Only two. Cause you about to give me 10.
I was about to give you a whole bunch, but okay, let me stick to LLMs. Let me stick to LLMs. We'll do in that realm. For anyone who doesn't know what LLM means, large language models. So your Gemini, your ChatGPT, your Claude, those are large language models. DeepSeek, which is China's version, and then I'm sure Alibaba has a version as well, which I do not recall the name, but there are multiple ones out there.
Mhm.
The one that I'll probably say is my favorite at the moment is probably chat, right? But I am agnostic to all of them. The one that is the best for the tool is the one that I will use, or the
Yeah.
one that's best for the
Great.
best tool for the goal is the one I
Mhm.
will use. For instance, Gemini is amazing at like watching videos and stuff. Like, do you know how to use Gemini as like a screen record? Like, no?
Hey,
Okay,
hey,
cool. You guys,
I ain't get
you
that.
guys are you guys are
Slow
gonna
down.
love this. You guys are gonna love this. So let me bring Gemini up. Hey Gemini, can you hear me?
Ready to help? What are we working on?
I want to show you my screen and I want you to tell me what you see. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Just share your camera feed and I'll let you know exactly what I see.
Okay, can you tell me what you see?
I see a video call with two participants on a platform called StreamYard. On the left, there's a woman named Nay, and on the right, a man named Oye, wearing a blue cap, identified by Teez thoughts.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Gemini.
You're
This is
very welcome.
insane.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Gemini, if I needed you to look at something on my screen and explain it to me as a tutorial, is that something that you could do?
Yes, I can definitely help with that. Just share your screen and I'll walk you through it step by step.
So if say somebody wanted to do anything, say they wanted to, I don't know, run ads on their ads manager or look at a problem on, I don't know, maybe their Instagram or show you something on their Instagram or like, hey, can you help me with this? You would be able to help them with that, right?
Yes, absolutely. By sharing your screen, I can guide you through those kinds of tasks and help you troubleshoot any issues you're seeing on platforms like Instagram or Ads Manager in real time.
And if say, for instance, I had a fan and my fan broke and I was trying to fix it, would you help me do DIY?
Yes, I can definitely help with DIY projects and troubleshooting appliance repairs. If you have the broken fan nearby, we can take a look and get started whenever you're ready.
Cool. Thanks, Gemini. So That is one of my favorite. That is one of my favorite features with Gemini. But like I said, what is the best tool for the job you're trying to do? Chat is not able to do that because you can't share your screen with
No,
chat
it's
just yet.
not.
Claude can't do that just yet. Gemini
No,
can watch
Claude can't.
videos. Yeah, Gemini can watch videos, so you can upload a video to Gemini and ask it to de- um, describe it for you or dissect it for you. You can actually now do the same with chat. Chat's new versions now can watch videos and stuff like that, and they can break down videos for you. Claude is really it used to be really good at thinking and writing, but now I would probably say Claude and Chat and Gemini are probably on the same level. So the only time that I would say, okay, maybe one over the other is if it comes to technical stuff like
Yeah.
your coding, right?
Hmm.
That's where I might say, okay, cool. One may be better than the
Yeah.
other. Back in the day, maybe Fable 5 would have been, but I believed in Codex, and Codex and Fable 5 are kind of almost at the same level, if not one maybe slightly. And when I say slightly, it's like 9 out of 10 and 9.5 out of 10. That's
Hmm.
really the slight edges now.
Hmm.
And then you still have Google with, so I call it like musical chairs. All of them are at one point one will be seated, the other two standing, two may be seated, one standing. But the beauty of it, and this is why I say it's musical chairs. As soon as they all get up again, whatever that one did that was better, within 2 weeks, they would have tried to figure out how to do something similar and then add on top of it. Right.
Hmm.
And then when that happens, the other two be like, oh, bet we're going to try and do the same. So it's the only time, AI is the only time that I've actually seen market forces in favor of the consumer because they want us. So if they see, yo, they've got this over there, we need to do that over here. Otherwise, all these people are going to leave and go over there. It's the only time I've ever seen that in real life where the actual competition is good for the consumer.
Hmm.
So,
How
yeah.
has AI increased your productivity? Because with me, it has increased it dramatically. Like I don't need as many people now because I have AI, and it's so wonderful. I I'm very nervous about it, but productivity
Hmm.
wise, like Claude, don't play at all. You
Yeah.
need Claude to put
Yeah.
together some type of presentation and like really get it down to the nitty gritty. Oh my goodness, Claude is amazing. Chat GPT. I talk to chat more than I talk to any human at this point because it just has so many layers to it.
Yeah.
And I have a friend that loves Gemini, so I just downloaded it. Thanks.
Yeah, all of them. So like going back to your question of which one's your favorite, they're all my babies. All of them. All of them is my sons.
Oh yeah, got like 20 kids out here, 20 AI kids out here. Like I can't.
Like,
Oh my goodness, it's stressing
yo.
me out by the moment, and I'm trying to really um get my brain around it for real, because that's just where we're moving.
So let me two things. First thing is I understand the invasiveness of AI, and this is what I'll say to people. Yes, it can be very invasive. So the amount of stuff you give it, you have to be you, going with your eyes wide open. If
Yeah.
I give AI my photo, it has my photo. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
If I give it a video of me, it has a video of me. Now, what
Mm-hmm.
is it able to do in the future? I don't currently know now.
Mm-hmm.
But in the immediate present, it is very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the other thing. If you don't give AI your photo, somebody else can do that. So even if you're like,
Yes.
oh, I would do it, somebody else can do that, right? The one thing I will say is when it comes to information that's unique to yourself, those things I wouldn't give AI. I would give it maybe a theoretical example instead of giving it yourself, especially if it's stuff that can come back or can be used against you. Because a lot of people use AI or chat or whichever LLM as a therapist, right? None of those
Mm.
things are protected. None of those conversations are protected. There's no patient client confidentiality. There's no, if you use it as a lawyer, there's none of that. So be careful with what you're telling it in those scenarios. Now, if you say, a friend of mine called Fred has this problem and he wants to, what do you think as his therapist? Whole different ball game. There's more ambiguity. There's more um, a layer of, okay, cool, it's Fred, not you per se. But again, I'm not saying you should use this as a way to do nefarious activities. I say you use this as a way to protect your privacy, even though we live in a world where your data has been sold by the second.
Literally. And I hope everybody that's going to be watching this recording takes heed to that, because you still need a therapist and you still need a journal. Um,
Big facts.
I would
Big facts.
no, we can't do that. Oh my God, no, we can't do that because, oof, yeah, that's scary.
I mean, to those 2 points though, I will say this: don't rely on, like, to your question of the efficiency and productivity. Don't rely on AI to replace your thinking.
Yeah.
Use it to augment what you were going to do or to help you get there quicker. For
Mhm.
instance, I have um, one of my this is high level thinking. I have one of them which is like a mentor, right? So I've
Mhm.
said I want you to be this type of mentor and whatever.
Mhm.
I want us to spitball some ideas. I don't want you to do all the thinking. I'll be like, okay, here's my idea. Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's what I think I should do with it. You're the mentor. You have all the access and all the resources and blah 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 in the world because I've prompted you to have all of these things. So that's really key thing. Remember, this is a persona which I would first create. And how I would create it is this. I would literally say to chat, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to achieve. I want you to have this, all these things. I want you to know this, and this, right? I will get to a point where my knowledge of what I'm telling it becomes limited because I've exhausted everything that I can think of, right? But this is it
Mhm.
recorded, and it can record for 10 minutes without a break, and then another 10 minutes, and so on. So I've got some of them which are like 30 minutes long. And then I say, these are all the things I've thought about, chat. I now want you to step into my shoes and refine everything,
Mhm.
improve upon it, take it to the most elite world class level, and create that
Mhm.
persona for me. Right. So
Mhm.
now, a mentor that's created like that, I would then say to him, cool, you're now my billionaire mentor. Let's chat. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. And also remember the guardrails I said earlier. I don't want you to be a yes man. I don't want you to be agreeable with me on everything. Push back where necessary. Ask me questions if there's anything you're uncertain of. So I have those guardrails there as well as some other guardrails. Cool. Now, I don't want you to think for me. I just want you to think through my questions and my answers and my opinions. And then we have a back and forth. And we will eventually come to an answer that's like, okay, cool. This is it. Now that I then work on and add the human element because the more there's AI, the more the ability to be average is improved. And when I say that, no, not improved, becomes what is the word I would use? Average becomes the norm or the new standard, right?
Yeah.
And that means it allows you to take it a step further and you stand out because everyone has dropped to average because everyone's relying on AI. So think this was a standard before, right? So this was normal standard. And then AI came in and people stopped thinking and then the standard started dropping. Then you
Mm-hmm.
come in and like, oh, everyone's dropping their standards and everyone sounds the same. Because I will tell you, I've heard so many creators like, oh, here's the one thing that no one's telling you. Here's the one thing no one is going to tell you about. Here's the one thing you haven't heard from anyone. I'm like, bruh, you guys all using the same script? Like, how? Everyone's using the exact same script because they're all using the same AI. So this now brings the standard down, which now means you just come in and be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not going to say, here's the one thing. I'm going to read the script, understand it, but then I'm going to internalize it in my way, my lived experiences, my net new value, as Breer and all the actual dope guys in content call it, and
Mm-hmm.
then present it my way. So now it's unique to me because I have my own lived experiences. Like when I gave the example of the recession and going past that building that was a law firm and then suddenly disappeared into nothingness. Those
Right.
are like, that's me. If I was going to talk about that story and blah, 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 cool. AI could say, hey, you can talk about your past and where you became cool. That's the general. But then when I add that stuff, that makes it my story, my human element,
Makes it
right?
personal.
The
Yeah.
other thing is, it's personal. The other thing is this: when everyone has dropped their standard to AI level and AI slop, you raise yours. The other amazing thing is the crave for, or the cravings for human experiences, the cravings for the human element, the cravings for the human touch, all of those now go up as a premium. Stuff like art galleries, public events, hence the World
Mm-hmm.
Cup. All of these things where the community or human element is key, those things become premium or way more sought after because we've been behind the screens for so long or talking to AI for so long that what's really in our DNA, which is the human element, is crying out for or craving for human elements.
That human
So
experience.
if you're in
Yes.
any sort the human experience, so if you're in any sort of business, if you can bring in the human experiment, the experience, you will stand out.
Yes.
So that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Don't let AI do your thinking and don't lose the human experience. It's a human to human approach.
That part. Oh yeah, we did it again. We're gonna call
Yeah,
this
we're on
one.
30 minutes.
Yes, we're gonna call this one Success Love Speed mixed with AI. We gonna figure that out. I'm gonna go.
What?
I'm gonna go ask my AI agents what we should call this
Ask your AI agents. Ask your
episode.
AI agents.
But this was good. I didn't even know. Well, I knew we was gonna talk about AI because you love AI. Oh my god. Oh yeah, loves AI, guys.
I love
But
tech. I should have worn my techpreneur shirt. That's what I should have worn. That's what I should have worn. But it's all good.
next episode, that's a requirement. If I got to be blackpreneur now,
Cool.
if I got to be blackpreneur now,
I'll get my techpreneur. I'll get techpreneur on.
thank you, thank you. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please let us know in the comments and let us know what AI agents you're using that helps you with productivity or whatever task that you're using on a daily basis so that we can all learn and grow because that's where we're going. If you haven't seen my
Facts.
other video, I broke the news about how Snapchat is coming out with their AR glasses. It's dropping September the 16th. That's another way we're moving forward into tech. So if you haven't seen that, watch that video because that was really, really, really good. Um, but we're gonna be back with OEA with a couple AI chats, and I gotta go I gotta go pick up these kids for they be yelling at me because Oye like to get me in trouble, sit me on this for hours.
Blame it on me. Blame it on me. I'll take it. I'll take it.
But all right, guys, catch us in our next episode, and we'll talk to you later.
Looking forward to it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will do my best to make sure I get to each and every single one of them.
Yes, he's really good at that. Remember, success loves speed.
Facts.